welcome back to Banished, Part 3. So here we are. It is raining horribly. It is still spring. Haven't moved from last time. And we are out of wood entirely. And stone, we're not looking so hot either. What we really need at the moment is gathering potential. And I don't really know where people are at the moment. We got Agathalia. We have Agathalia moving some stuff. She's a builder, she's working, but she's I don't know what she's doing, actually. She's working, but maybe she's cutting out this stuff here to get this field going. When the field starts going, life is going to be better. We'll put another forester lodge somewhere over here. Now we're out of stone, we're just fine on iron. So I think I'm going to also get people gathering stone over here. But the wood is pretty dire. We need some kids to start growing up. And we need more people, which means we need more houses, which means we need raw materials. So really it's a bit of a chicken and egg conundrum here. So I'm just going to get people to gather all of the stone in this general area. We don't need a ton, but we at least do need some stone. We have... How are we doing? Yeah, we're doing okay for gathering. Given that it's spring, this is in the... They say current season, they mean current year. They're doing okay. The hunting cabin has not done anything at all. Who's the hunter? I bet the hunter's really awful. Who is our one hunter? Lorrine. You were a fisherman, and then you weren't. Then you were like a builder or something. I completely forget. Lorrine is like... She is the worst hunter of all time. She's the worst of a lot of things of all time. What are you doing, Lorrine? You're walking through a forest. There's not even any hustle there. Like, I mean, I get that you don't want to scare away things, but I don't even see any animal. Oh, those animals. Maybe she's better than I give her credit for. But she's not actually, because I think she's just gonna hang out at the lodge and not do anything. At this point, she's working. I think she's just going home, taking an early lunch. Okay, Lorrine's not so hot. We're not the happiest with Lorrine. And you know, what is Lesterlin do? Lesterlin's a builder now? Who's my woodcut? Warrel. People are switching jobs all over the place. I can't even imagine keeping track of all of these people. Okay, Brocky and Heron, that was our first couple. The ideal romance at 10, the pre-arranged marriage, I would imagine. One's a forester, right, and one's fishing. Elmira, the raging badass child. This is the family to watch, really. She's 2, and when she comes of age, you better believe this town is going to get a whole lot better. Also, we have a new child, which probably is somewhere in the order, right there. Okay, with Lorrine, of course it's Lorrine. Just always being a problem. I mean, frankly, we need more people at the moment, but from now on, everything Lorrine does is bad. Okay, so we do have some logs coming in. Very, very few from that. It does take a while for them to get started. What's cool about that is it makes trees renewable. They selectively plant and cut, and in my experience, after like 6 or 7 years, that really gets efficient and nice. So, this crop field is not going to get started at all for any reason. I wish we had more people to assign jobs, because we have quite a few building tasks to do. I don't want to disturb our fishing industry, or frankly anything that I have. So I think unfortunately we're going to have to stick with the 2 builders for right now. Although we do have quite a bit of food. Yeah, wow, 1,500, that's almost as much food as we started with. Maybe what I'll do, how are the gatherers doing? Maybe I'll take 1 off of each for the purpose of getting farmers up a little bit quicker. So we'll pop up some... There we go. Get some people assigned there. Get some more builders going on. And we'll just keep on trucking here. Where you Yoselli, the fisherman, is dropping off... oh, I guess fish at the place. It's fine. I always like to check in on people to see if they're doing their jobs. Like Owen, just sitting around being a kid. He's doing his job, I suppose. His job is literally to be a child. So he's just hanging out on a dock, being a child. Fair enough. Is that his mother there, Ermina? Ermina, where do you live? Yeah, actually, it is. It is. They are family, so that's totally fine. That's bring your kids to work day at the fishery. Although Thelmira's not there, so not quite a full bring your kids to work day, but at least a bring your kids to work day. There's the 0-year-old. Okay, so we have another badass 0-year-old who is just sort of playing. That's fine. So we really are having a problem with wood. If people would just clear off the bloody field, we would probably have some more wood. There seems to be a localized forest here, a localized patch of trees that would be really delightful to get rid of. So how's the forester doing? We've got 14 logs this season. It's not bad. The other thing that's neat about a forester is they actually clear out the land beside. So like they'll get rid of stones and get rid of iron and all that sort of thing so that the forest is as pristine as possible, which is very cool. Our gatherer is doing some work, actually. If you add those totals up, we're actually doing quite a bit for it still only being early summer. It seems like Lorrine has actually killed a deer. I can't really believe it, frankly. But it seems that way. Is it because... No, okay, she is still a hunter. Alright. Thought she might have switched jobs again, as is her custom. Lorrine. I don't even know what to do with Lorrine. Okay, so the field is upsettingly not moving very fast. I think we're gonna... Oh, that just increased the capacity. I can't really... Fiona's visiting the herbalist, which, for the record, we don't actually have. Oh yeah, a blacksmith. We did start a blacksmith a million years ago, and just recently have we started construction. I was wondering what the builders were up to. So clearly that's what the builders are up to. Just chugging along here. Running low on logs. This is a very known problem, that's fine. 29 degrees. This is a bit of a harsh climate, isn't it? Unlike the most recent version of Don't Starve, which for the record is also on the docket to have a look at in the near future, it doesn't actually matter if your people are hot. It only matters if they're freezing. They can deal with heat, so that's fine. We have Yoseli, who was just recently sawing at a brick wall. That's good. I'm sure that she knows what she's doing. She is trained, yeah, okay. Sawing and hammering at a corner. It's going to be like the smoothest corner you have ever seen, man. Okay, but the blacksmith is theoretically... It's chugging along. Maybe if they actually worked on the inside as opposed to just sort of hammering at air on the outside. But, you know... Is this, oh, it's Lynn. This is one of the other kids who's around. Okay. So how is the fishery doing? I feel like we were further along last season, and probably it's because we've taken a fisherman off to accommodate the building. Still staying on the one deer over here. Lots happening in the gatherer, though. This is a really money gatherer. That's great. Got a whole bunch of deer just sitting right here, and yet Lorrine, I don't know what she's doing. She's probably going in the forest, not killing deer. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we have a blacksmith now. We don't have a person to serve as a blacksmith. I don't know where I want to take it off of. I guess we'll take off one builder now. I think we're good in that department. They can all work on the field together. It's pretty clear that we're not going to get any crops out of the field this season, but hopefully, hope among hopes, by next spring, this field will be complete. Is anybody even working on it at the moment? It says it has 3 of 4. Picking up resources. Okay, so, oh, I understand. So, we're not working very hard on this because instead I previously assigned a bunch of woodcutting jobs and trees evaporating through the ground. In those woodcutting jobs, essentially, we are doing all of them first, which I suppose makes some sense. I assigned them long ago, and it will still cure our wood problem, to an extent. And actually now we have a maximum number of firewood allowed, which is great. It Means we're in a great place for the winter, and we haven't even started the winter yet, so I'm really happy with that. Right now, we're actually in a pretty okay place. Tools are getting a bit low, but that's what this guy's for. Who is our blacksmith? Just to hold them accountable. I wanna know who we're dealing with here. The blacksmith is Warl. Warl, wasn't he the woodcutter? Because Lesterlin passed it over to him. Who's the woodcutter now? We were just on the woodcutter, weren't we? Yeah, Brocky. Okay, he's gone over there now. Alright. So, Warl is our blacksmith. Lesterlin has given up the artisanal careers. Well, no he hasn't. He's a builder, I suppose. That's fine, though. Okay. Using his knowledge of carpentry, of course. Have we brought down a second deer? We have not. We're talking about one deer in a year so far. I mean, she's not very good at her job. You gotta be said. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to find a replacement as soon as humanly possible here, Lorrine. That's just shameful, frankly. What are you even doing? Are you working? You're gathering food. Okay. Well, perhaps that's passable. Did you actually get something else? No. No, she's probably just gathering berries or whatever else because she knows she can't make it as a hunter. It's really unfortunate. Okay, so we're doing okay. Now, health-wise, we're not doing so hot, actually. Just notice this. Maybe the thing to do is actually to make an herbalist. And I think an herbalist does well in an old-growth forest as opposed to a new-growth forest, as it were. So let's actually do that. Let's get an herbalist in. And let's put it right beside the gatherer. And of course, I need people to staff this. If these kids would just grow up faster, that'd be... You know, that whole adage about, oh, they grow up so fast and all that sort of thing, those parents are totally wrong. They are definitively not growing up fast enough to do any of the manual labor jobs that I want them to do. Okay, so this is going really, really well, actually. The food is excellent. Now, fairly soon, we're going to have to worry about more housing. And we're getting the resources. I think, actually, I am interested in starting to expand the housing a little bit so we can have more kids, more early families, and get some kids going on so that we can staff the workforce later. How is this going? Guys, are you serious? It's early autumn. This was scheduled in spring. Okay, so these guys are doing their thing, whatever that thing is. Let's put this down here. Let's put down 3 new houses. There's probably some people who are really good at Banished, and they're watching this, and they're probably screaming at me for some reason. I'm probably really awful at this. I generally like to do sort of tutorial-type series and that sort of thing. The only way this is going to be a tutorial series is you learning with me through my misfortune, I think. I think that I am not anywhere near good enough at the intricacies of this game to know what's going on. But so far, we're on our feet. We're doing well. Lots and lots of food. Yeah, we're not doing as well, but we are down a fisherman, so that's okay. We're maxed on firewood, which is excellent. Are people fed? What do you got? We have... Yeah, that's good. Wow, that... is that Lorrine's fam? Damn it, Lorrine. I mean, I get that they're gatherers and hunters, but really... Do you actually need 100 fish? Like, hang on. Let's map this out. This is like 200 different things. 200 units of food. Like this guy, the blacksmith and the builder, who are infinitely more useful, have only 80. And you're sitting there with like more than 200. What do these guys have? They've got a lot too, that's fine. These were the potato hoarders from earlier, and they seem to be down on their luck in the potato department. But, yeah, these guys are doing well. Is it because we got a woodcutter and a forester? Okay, so they're actually just taking from the stock. They're fine. Lorrine is actually just skimming off the top, I think. Yeah, that's unrealistically... You know, they don't even... What's their family like? Well, they got 4 people. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Okay, so this is all well and good. Now, we're running out of stone. Probably because we're building houses. Now, who's going to move in? So Mori Mori has finally moved out of the oppressive Lorrine's house. She's sick of her mother being such a bad hunter, and Mori has moved out on her own, on his own rather, for the purpose of getting away, getting his own place, a nice bachelor pad, awaiting an eligible lady to grow up. I don't think we have any at the moment. Probably he's going to marry Allie, is how that's going to work. No, it's probably going to be Rihanna. That's fine. So we're going to wait for that. We're not going to start these just yet. The materials are coming. Maybe this is going to ultimately get done someday in 3 or 4 years. I mean, guys, three of you are assigned to this. What are you even doing? You're just standing there because you're a child. Yeah, Thelmira. Well, I'm not going to bug you. You do what you want. You're Thelmira. That's fine. She is the darling of the town. Now we're almost up at the right amount of tools, which is good. Now here's the other thing. Do we have? No, that's not anywhere close to being done. So okay, so we really need A, more people, and B, some builders. Okay, good. This is starting to come, I think. Or no, the trees just lost their foliage because it's 0 degrees in the middle of autumn. So we're good for firewood. Do we have any coats? We do actually have coats left. That's really good, actually. That's really good. Now, nobody's living in this house yet. That's okay. So maybe I'll cancel this, actually. I am going to cancel this construction. Or not cancel, removal. Cancel construction. Good. So, because we don't have a house, we have a vacant house. And we only have one person living over here. For now, so we'll hold off on the building of houses to save our resources. Lots of wood happening here, which is great. We are actually working in the field now. Hopefully, we will have that ready for winter. How are we doing over here? We have only 26 logs. We only have one person working on it. We need a lot more. And we have a lot of little baby trees being planted, which is exactly what we want out of the Forester's Lodge. So she's doing her job. It's excellent. The gatherers are doing quite well, in fact. Yeah, food is actually really not a problem at this point, which is great. It's been a whole damn year. Man, Lorrine is an awful human being. Alright, so we're not very fond of Lorrine. Is that you? No, it's just kids chasing each other, that's fine. Freem. How can you be married to this woman, Freem? Alright, well, whatever. We're at our max tools, which is excellent. I'm a little bit tempted to increase the limit for trading purposes, but I think I'm going to hold off because I'm a little bit worried about the amount of wood we have. Oh good, is this... No, we're waiting on somebody to get this pile of stones off of this field, and then it will be ready to go. Oh, who is it? Who's gonna... Yoseli. Alright, perfect. She's a woodcutter, but that's okay, because we're doing pretty well on wood. Now, what do we have for seeds? Peppers and pumpkins. Okay, there's actually probably functionally no difference, but we're going to go for pumpkins because they are bigger and maybe sustain people longer. Don't know. Now, okay, so we have an adult that's free. We're going to move one of the builders over to farming as well as soon as winter is done. We're not going to put any farmers on it right now because why would we? But as soon as early spring hits, we will absolutely put some farmers in here and max it out as best we can. Now, have I slated these guys for removal? I have not. I think we're going to. We are running a little low on stone, so we'll do this. We'll collect all the stone in this area. And you... Oh, you're iron, that's fine. Okay, good. Owen is out on his own over here. That's good. So Rihanna's going to grow up next, probably. And Allie is going to grow up. Yeah, okay, perfect. All of this is running very well. And winter has now struck with a vengeance, I would add. So, okay. This is actually amazing. With only... We're going to put more people in the gathering. We're going to max that out. Owen will be a gatherer, I suppose. This is incredible, right? I mean, this is... math is hard, but we're going to say this is around like 17 or 1800 food, really, in the course of a season. Which is really phenomenal, given... I mean... Lorrine. Oh! Oh! Hey! Did we just... Hey! No. No, okay. Okay. We actually have... Somebody... I mean, what I'm gonna actually believe here is that a deer basically keeled over dead, and Lorrine just sort of scavenged it like the scavenger she is. So that's not especially important to my perception of Lorrine. But it's been a year, I just want to point out, and 2 animals. 2. Man. Anyway, let's see here. Okay, so we have a 14-year-old blacksmith. What happened to our other blacksmith? Wasn't that Worrell, actually? Didn't I just see him being a gatherer? Okay. So, Rihanna has moved in with... Oh, Owen... Wait a minute. Weren't they... brother and sister? Oh. Huh. Well, okay. Neat. So, I mean, there's going to be a little bit of incest in any sort of medieval setting. It's got to be said, I suppose. Okay. Cool. Well, that's fine. We have another laborer, and they will produce many for us. That's good. So, let me see here. How's this herbalist coming? Really, not at all is the answer. It has the builders assigned, but it doesn't even have anybody building, like bringing in the materials or remove. Oh, wow, just as I say that, there's Worrell, a laborer. He's just a laborer now. He stepped down from being a blacksmith because he really liked taking out his aggression on trees. I would imagine that taking out your aggression on a blacksmith's anvil is probably better than taking out your aggression on a tree, for sort of the sake of getting rid of your aggression, but I don't know. Could be wrong. Leon has a scythe. Yeah, okay. So they gather things with scythes. Interesting. There we go. I'm really bad with my accuracy on the clicking there. Anyway, how are we doing? We're in the middle of winter. We're in the absolute depths of winter. We've got tons of food. We are actually almost at the fuel limit. Everybody has, even the newcomers, they've got firewood. Firewood aplenty. Everybody's got firewood and food, and life is generally just sort of kicking along here. This is really, really good. So, yeah, I think this is good. I think what we'll do is we'll get to spring, and then we'll end it there for today, and we'll keep going after that. So, yeah, this is actually kicking along really, really well. The harsh setting was not quite as deadly as it seemed to be. So that's really good. Now, how many people do I have? Let's if we look at statistics here. So we have 1 free labor, we have 3 builders. I want all 4 farmers that I need, because I really do want to make sure that no food is a problem, or rather that food is not the problem. So we're going to pump that out. Actually, the 1 laborer can be a fisherman for now. That would actually be useful. So we'll get rid of a builder, maybe. Really, we just need kids to grow up. We need more people here. The other thing we could potentially do, I've not experimented with this ever, but the town hall, which is somewhere in here, town services, there we go. Town hall can, it says to record and show census data, but it also actually gives you access to nomads. Wandering nomads will come and want to settle for some reason. So, essentially, and why wouldn't they, really? I mean, this place is, Hobgoodland is just a fantastic city. Right now, it is prospering immensely. Lots and lots of resources in all the different ways. We've just got a new adult now, which is wonderful, because now we're going to actually get her to be a farmer. So yeah, we're going to... child named Max Wellis. is not born to them, is born to... let's see here. Really? Lorrine and Freem. These guys. What a pair. Okay, so we're gonna actually get all of the spare labor we can into the farm so that we can get a nice, good harvest. I mean, food's not really the big problem at the moment, gotta be said. But we're gonna see what we can do. So we'll take down a builder, we'll put him into farming. Now, the other thing is, you know, wood is a problem. Having a forester, a lot more foresters, would be really good. So, I think next time I get the chance, next time a kid grows up, and are we close to a kid growing up? Websterlin will take a little while. Websterlin, what a name. Let's see here. No, okay, so no kids really close to getting going here. So we really need a good deal more babies to occur. Okay, here we go. We're getting the herbalist set up. We can start to heal ourselves a little better. That's good. Alright. Coming along. We just taking our time to build here? I don't know. We're going at about two deer a year, really? That's an awkward thing to say, actually. We have another child born, Sterling, which is going to be... Where is it going to be? It's all the... There we go. We have some seriously empty nest syndrome going on here. It's nice to see that we're waiting a little bit so that we're not both 10-year-olds before we start having a family over here. The incestual couple that we have. So that's all well and good. This is a bunch of iron. How are we doing on iron? We're still fine, actually. Okay, so now it's early spring, so I'm going to end off the video here while we, just before we get the crops rolling. Next time I think we might look into building some larger structures that don't need a lot of staff. So like, a trading post would be good. It gives us a chance to sort of get an economy rolling while also potentially giving us some good resources. And we're going to get some more forester stuff happening over here as well. And just generally try to expand a bit. So now as the snows melt, and yet still snow, I will thank you guys very much for watching. And if you like, be sure to subscribe and like it and everything else. It helps and it tells me that you actually are enjoying the series, which I would like to know. I like to give you guys stuff that you like. So let me know how you're liking the series and all of that, and I will see you guys next time.